world.
Check that out, Dickered.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, buddy.
A buddy of mine's got a CNC router.
Oh, that's cheating.
It is cheating.
It's totally cheating.
Oh yeah, let's see if this pops up. Is it live? Are we live?
I got a link, buddy. We're live.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, I got it muted.
Get it working?
Is anybody? Oh, there's 74 people on here. Bless America. Somebody comment. Oh, there you are. Oh, there's everybody's on here. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, everyone.
Hi. Well, okay, so I don't walk over everybody. How are we going to do? So how are we going to play ball here, driver?
It's your channel.
Well, I don't care. I don't care. Kind of.
Yeah, we just got to make sure we don't talk at the same time.
Copy. All right. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to jump in first because I want to do some cool stuff, and I wanted to show you all some gadgetry we got from Jennifer and Ed Stevens. We got the Hatchet on my channel I want to give away for the 35 subscriber doodad. Yeah. Hang on. Let me. So you got to cut around all these decorative. Hang on. Oh yeah. Just wait, it's coming. What the hey? Oh wait.
Buddy, what happened?
Wait a minute. You ready? Okay. So we got it open, and it's going to be a cool looking hatchet that these sweet people made and sent. And I hadn't talked to him for a few days. I think they're actually pretty busy. Right? Oh my, look at that, guys. They made that to give away on here. Where's the?
That's pretty.
Where's the swing? There.
I'd be afraid to use it.
Oh, I know. Any axe that I've been given so far in here, I can't. My axe is like tore to pieces. I wouldn't use something like this. Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Is that even logger wade proof?
No, it's got wood in it. My hatchet.
I doubt even the head is. I bet that hatchet head's not even logger wade proof.
Okay, let's go. But everybody, talk to y'all. Where you at? Down here. Everybody, that's given away for the 35,000 subscriber giveaway. And we'll come up with something for giving it away. But thanks to Ed and Jennifer Stevens, I'll try to get them in the link to their stuff in my in here somewhere. And Jennifer made me. Oh, cool. Here's their business cards. Okay. So I'm going to start giving some of their business cards away when I ship stuff. Here's their business cards. There's a whole pile of them. And a Husqvarna hat. Where'd Dickered go? We lost him.
I don't know. I think we lost him. And I apologize. I keep moving my camera around. I'm trying to get a decent angle.
Oh, we got Husky suspenders.
I'm still here.
All I've ever wore was walnut suspenders. I ain't never wore except for the ones Alex gave me. But, So I'll start sending some of these business cards out with them. And I don't know, what do I do with all these? Jennifer, you never gave me instructions on what I'm supposed to do with all these. I told her when we started into this, I said, I'll do whatever. Just give me instructions. But anyways, there's a pile of business cards from them. They are sweet, cool people. And they gave us these Husqvarnas. They got good taste in Husqvarnas. That is actually a pretty cool hat there, driver. But oh, I'm putting it right from my camera. All right. Then we got this here. I'll wait for him to react. Why's his mic muted? Dickered, your mic's muted. Is your mic muted?
Look, it's so I don't walk over you by accident and I keep my mouth shut.
Oh, I don't care, driver. Where'd this come from? Huh?
That looks like, oh, that's from Canada.
We can cross-check properly.
We can totally cross-check properly, buddy.
What happened? And we got some Canadian Monopoly money. Is this actually real Canadian money?
Oh, yeah, you can totally spend that at Canadian Tire.
Canadian Tire. What's the ley societe? I don't. You got lines above your E's. I don't know what that's all about.
Well, part of it's French.
Is that Prince Albert?
No, that's the Canadian Tire man. I don't know what his name is.
Huh. Well, no kidding. 10 cents.
And 10 cents of that is royalties for Stevie.
Here's what we was after. Bam! Look at that. It's even got the solo cup in it. What happened? That's cool.
I've got to get some stickers sent out. I apologize to anybody that's watching that I said I was going to send stickers to. I've been pretty busy. So I'll get some sent out here in the next week.
Stevie's in the house.
Hi, Poopy Pant. Where's he at? He is hung over. Poor Stevie. He's hung over. He drank, I think, lemonade. He's been drinking lemonade. And they put too much sugar in it, and it goes to his head. So here is the big one. Michael Bird made this for me. And he said, be careful opening it. And he is a Ponzi, certified Ponzi repair. I don't know if he's a Ponzi dealer or not. I never did get that for sure. But a slick dude nonetheless, and he knows his business. And I love him. I'm going to meet him someday. I'm going to meet that guy. I got to drive up there to go meet him. We'll see what we got here. Okay. Michael, you on here, buddy? I'm not going. There's a piece of wood sticking up here. He said, be careful pulling it out. Cool. I think I got it upside down. Oh, yeah? Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, you son of a... I had to pick a daggone butter knife.
Buddy, is this going to take long or what?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll open this.
No, I'm just bugging you.
Hey, use that hatchet.
Yeah, get the hatchet.
Oh, come on. Boy, they got good. This is some pretty good zip ties I'm cutting through. This is not the Walmart zip ties. This is some high dollar zip ties with the metal. You know. Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
That thing's awesome.
That's crazy.
That is too much. That's amazing. It's an aluminum housing. I don't know what I don't recognize the housing.
What is that thing?
And look how he done the wood. He didn't cut no corners either. That's amazing.
What is that thing, Dad?
It's a clock. It tells time. It goes down.
It tells you time
Yeah.
until you go to work.
Yeah, it tells me what time I gotta go to work.
Wow, it told me when you told me the thing that you want me to know.
Mm-hmm. Did you? Okay, come on here, Jack. Tell them about.
The hydraulic?
Yep, come here. Tell them what we talked. It's what I taught my baby yesterday, guys. All right, now what makes the boom lift on a loader?
Hydraulic.
Okay, now what hydraulic part lifts?
Bottom ones.
Okay, now what is it? They don't know what the bottom ones are what?
It washes up the bucket.
What's it called?
Hydraulic cylinder.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what separates the flow inside the cylinder? So you squirt in one end, it goes one way. You squirt in the other end, it goes the other way, right? And does hydraulics work off suction or pressure?
Pressure.
Okay, now what separates your oil to make your piston do what you want it to do? Oh, I just gave it away. Never mind. What's the chrome thing that sits out?
After
No pressure. No pressure. Okay. All right. I love you. Smart baby. And but he's getting like daddy. He's got a thing on his toe. He's already hurt his toe. All right. Go play. You going?
Even though they call vacuum.
Michael showed up. There's Alex. It's the flex coupler between the engine and pumps on harvester, outer piece. Michael, that's amazing, buddy. You said you made something for me. I was expecting like one of them Logger Wade made ashtrays. We had an ashtray one time made out of a shock. It was gaudy. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting something like this. That's amazing.
No, that thing's awesome.
Ain't that cool? All right. Thank you, Michael. I'm going to have to come up here and see you one of these days. See if I can mess up your customer relations with somebody if you let me fix it. Thank you, guys. All right, go ahead, guys. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do.
I'm just hanging out, buddy.
Okay, so everybody tuning on. Okay, all right. One question I want, and Levi just had his baseball game.
What happened at the ball game?
What happened to the ball game?
Where's my jam in my finger?
Yeah, he jammed his finger. Oh, the bubble cup's in the way. Which one is it? Which one's broke?
This one.
Which one is? Which one is?
Moving.
The one that's moving? Well, how's it broke? It's still moving.
It's not broke. It hurt.
Oh, you said you broke it.
Sore? Does it hurt?
Yes, very bad.
Does that hurt?
Yeah.
Can you move it?
Yeah, I can move it.
Here, put it down here and let Daddy work.
Hey, Wade, use that hatchet, and then that finger won't hurt anymore.
Good baby. Everybody tell everybody hi. Come on. I'm just okay. All right, Daddy's just.
Hold on. Get too fast.
I'm punching out. Y'all can just come in and make yourselves at home. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, Chad. I'd like to know what's in the bubble
he's got
cup
a
too.
baseball trophy. Look at that.
2 trophies.
I never got a trophy in my life, and this kid got 2 of them.
I got one.
Huh?
I got one. I got a trophy.
What'd you get a trophy for?
Cause that guy,
For being cute.
no fool. He said thanks for being there.
Then he gave you a
This
trophy.
one
Just the
was
thanks
for
for
my
being there.
regular rookie. That was in my all-stars.
So nowadays, when kids show up, they give them trophies. Just for showing up. Not even playing.
I'll show you my trophy.
Well, I would have came if I know they gave me a trophy. No kids.
Just for the kids.
Basketball. Huh? Why you got these engine things on the side of your face? Is that your war
I
paint?
got eye block.
Hey, that's your eye block, huh?
Yeah.
What do you got going on here? Okay, here's the trophy I give Cal Mountain for being good. Huh? They give you that for being good?
Yeah. No, they're going to give kids them a little fake trophies.
That doesn't look like a real trophy to me.
What?
Better than any trophy I ever got. All right, now go. Let me get back to this. There's people on here asking things. Okay?
I'm going to go.
Out of here.
Stop.
Wade, people want to know what's in the cup.
That dude, just my regular mixture of that dude and rum. That's how we roll. We've had bad rum and the son of a buck knocks you out. Get you drunk worse than Stevie.
Do you have wine in the making?
We made blackberry. and it turned out god awful. It wasn't god awful, but I had to sweeten it. It didn't. The cherry turned out. I mean, you almost ate the bottle. That's how good the cherry turned out. But then the blackberry, when it come out, it didn't. I think I need to take back to the drawing board on it. But it ain't bad. But you drank it for a reason. It's stout. I'll give it that. Just a couple cups will knock you on your butt.
Hey, Wade, someone's wanting you to read the letter in the envelope.
The letter?
Paul C. said there's a letter in the envelope you need to read.
Which envelope? Oh!
I don't know. Thanks, Fire Captain Tom. Fire Captain Tom told me I had a righteous beard.
All right, here it is. This is from Michael. I told you I would be sending you something special. It's in a Ponzi box just because. I made this clock out of junk from a machine in black cherry. I would cart the logo all by myself. He burnt the logo by himself. Hang on. You freehanded that logo? You didn't freehand that logo.
Oh, I bet you did, Wade.
I know there are numbers on the clock face, but I think even a Southern boy can tell what time it is. Anyways, the aluminum part is out of a Ponzi machine. It's the coupler between the pump and the flywheel. The giant, that must be it. Yeah. Why is it aluminum? I would think it. That's an oddness. The giant rubber part is obviously replaced with wood. Yeah, obviously. I just thought it would look cool on your wall somewhere. Enjoy it, and years to come. Thanks for all the shout outs on your videos. P.S. The reason I hope these couples is because Ponzi takes a proactive. So Ponzi takes a proactive approach, and recommend we change the coupler at certain time intervals as to not leave a machine dead in the woods. Makes sense to me. Thanks again. And that is funny that you mentioned that, Michael. We have had the rubber bouncers on the deers come loose and leave you dead in the water in the woods. And they'll get to vibrating, and then the rubber will rip from the steel. So would you melt the rubber out or what? There's rubber in there like a John Deere bouncer, isn't there? Use Muscadine wine for gel. I have used Muscadine wine for gel. I've never tried that. Videos by Al. Good job, Paul. It's aluminum because they don't have guys like you running Ponzi. I was going to say, Alex, I've been in a Ponzi or two, and all I could see when I get in there is, boy, I could cost somebody some money. Two-piece, okay. Michael says there's two-piece. Are they kind of like a, you know what them couplers are I'm thinking of, Crane got. What's the,
Oh, you had to ask me. I'm trying to remember what that's called. Lovejoy connection.
is it a Lovejoy? I was going to say
Yeah,
Lovejoy.
yeah.
So is it kind of like, Michael, is it kind of like a Lovejoy then? Inside the well, there's not wear in it or anything. Oh, I can see a little bit of resemblance of where it's ran. That is just crafty. Huh. Oh, and I wanted to jump to videos by Al asked me the other day, a legitimate question. He asked me, how is the lumber bunks doing? Because I ain't got nothing on them since they started running them. They was off to a rocky start, our lumber bunks was, but they are 100% now. The only, Kerry likes them. The only thing he said that's not as good. There's Jennifer. I done open yours. Where is it? I've got your axe on here. This is going to be the 35,000 subscriber giveaway. Anybody that just come on. But Jennifer and Jennifer and Ed, you get a hold of them. I'll try to put their link in the description. Get a hold of Jennifer and Ed for these axes. They're making these axes kind of like Buck and Billy Ray's are doing. And they are the quality. This is the second one they've sent me. Here's their first one. And I'm telling you, the quality is just unreal. But yeah, get a hold of them if you want any axes, mate. I'll get their link down in the description. But Jennifer, what do you want me to do with the cards? You want me to mail it, send them out with stuff, or what? Monica, what do you know about a good-looking hatchet? You're a girl.
Wait. Wait, since I didn't put instructions on the box, you can put the cards in the boxes that you send out to people. Or do whatever you feel is the best with them. Be creative, LOL.
We'll be creative, LOL. So these are gone. So when you order larger weight gear, I'll be putting these in the boxes when we ship them out. And all that good mess. And Monica's not come back at me yet. I like to torment her. I used to pick on her all the time, but she ain't been on here lately. Okay, so Al asked me, he said, how's the lumber bunks doing? Our pitch was wrong in the beginning. We had some issues. I did a 2-degree slope in the beginning. 2-degree with the friction of the side when you're stacking your lumber in. 2-degree wasn't enough. So I jacked them up close to 5-degree, which turned out to be okay because of our green chain height, Al. And when they pull on and stack them, the actual it helps when you're stacking. We like that. But we had some issues with the rollers outside, and we got that fixed. We had issues with them turning when they come out and the bundles would come out, but all that stuff's good now. But it was not a simple task, I promise you. But now that we've got it set up, I think I'm going to do another revision to the bunks, because I think towards where you throw your lumber in the bunk, when you get towards the end, I had these posts there. That's the I had posts. It's like the target's too small. You need like a last 2 feet when you're slinging your board in there. The last 2 feet needs to be like a 11 gauge piece of steel to help guide the board in. That's one thing I've noticed. And the other guy and the guys down there wants me to move my standards back. So we're going to modify some things, but the concept works. Anyways, long story short, concept works finally. I thought I was going to have a heart attack before we got that fixed. But what's Alex say? Oh, okay, got the Ornery boy, honor. Yeah, they are Ornery boys. We went. Okay, last year, Mommy takes these boys into preschool. We're in a preschool thing, getting started with the preschool people. And I'm sitting there, and they get the preschool teacher just having fun with the twins. They start asking questions about Mommy and Daddy and stuff. And so one of the teacher asked Jackson, she said, what do you think about Daddy? And they go, oh, we love Daddy. Daddy beats us. So CPS showed up, and that's how I just Well, like if people say, you know, we're good parents because CPS tells us we're doing good. All right, you else got it.
Okay, to the top. I got a question for you.
Got an answer for you.
How long ago was the propane tank? How many days back is the propane tank lift? I want to hear about the propane tank lift.
What do you want to know about that? Let's see. That was a week ago Wednesday.
Right.
Okay. Well, it was about 2.5 hours, 3 hours over into Kansas. But yeah, that was a big 126,000 pound tank. It was supposed to weigh 117,000.
Where'd the extra come from?
What's that?
Where'd the extra come from?
I think it came out of someone's calculator. I think someone miscalculated the weight.
It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I seen that was a bit of a dilemma when he started lifting that. How long was it? What was the total length? I forgot that.
98 feet.
And the
Yeah, it was a big one.
the axle of the truck that you put it on, was the tractor a triaxle tractor and the trailer a triaxle trailer, or was it just a triaxle trailer with a tandem tractor?
It was a triaxle tractor and trailer. But they never left the site with it. What it was is they built a new facility and they bought the tank used and they hauled it in and they stored it in one spot. And then once they got their facility done, they needed to move it from one side of the property to the other. So we literally loaded it up and drove 200 yards and set the crane back up again and unloaded it. But it was an all-day event.
I like this. David asked, how much is that weigh? How much is that weigh in Canadian?
A pound in the States is a pound in Canada, so we got the same cranes up here, man.
I'm sorry, Dickered.
It's okay.
But it was a 60,000 gallons. So can you imagine how long that would run your gas grill?
Well,
Not
one cubic foot of propane expands 240 times, so that's a long time.
I'd try to grill hard-boiled eggs. I'd leave the son of a buck on for 3 weeks. I bet I could run it out.
I don't know that it would run out in 3 weeks. I think it might take about 3 years.
High. Yeah, put it on high. All right, who else we got on here? Chad, is it? Oh, yeah. Somebody got on me today. They wanted not to be forgotten. They said they come on the last live feed I done, and I kept not answering them.
Oh, I don't remember who that was. I saw the comments, though. They said they had to actually see a counselor because they felt left out.
Yeah, that's a pretty sad deal. Yeah. More mistreated than Stevie, actually. And
wait, there was a question back in the comments a while ago. How did Stevie get his nickname?
I don't know. I have no idea. Something I spit out. I don't know. I don't think there's actually an event. It just, he looks so sad, like he's got poopy pants. It just, just look at him.
Is he even still in here?
He's probably done left. I tried to talk him into coming on here. He said, 4 people, it's going to be a mess. I ain't getting on here. And I'm hungover.
Oh, muffin.
Yeah, he has medicine to take. He's
okay, 4 people does start to get a little chaotic, though.
He said, how does, I asked him a while ago, I said, what's my dog got to do with a hangover? But he's taking my dog. Have I ever tried that dude with Jimmy Beam? No. When we go a Beam, we go straight to Coke. I will say one thing, my favorite whiskey, Crown Royale.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Have you had Crown Vanilla, Wade?
The what?
Crown Vanilla.
No.
Pour a little bit on ice and just drink it.
There's an apple one too.
I haven't tried the apple. The Crown Vanilla is pretty tasty, though.
Why is Stevie trying to kill you with 2 tree? Jack, I was thinking about that this today. Why has he been hitting me? He's been hitting me with everything lately. Why am I on the receiving end? I don't know why I get downhill from Stevie. I just do, and then he catches me at it. With friends like Poopy Pants, who needs enemies?
David Haley, am I at an AA meeting? That's funny.
They have Crown Maple too. Hey, there's Skidder Kev. Hi, Skidder Kev. Nell Bender Joe. He's who sent me the movie. Got a mental block. The good logging movie every logger should watch, but I got a mental block on it. Sorry, but it was awesome. Crown is good, but nothing beats Kentucky bourbon. That's what Jason says, Dickered. Deal with it.
I drank Little Maker's Mark Friday night. Little Maker's 46 isn't bad.
I'll tell you something funky. We've cut timber around the distilleries a few times. Close to Jim Beam, and I've cut right up to the Wild Turkey line, to their property line. I've cut timber off their line.
Got another one for you to try, Wade, since you're drinking rum. Captain Morgan and root beer.
That is good.
Never tried it. Huh.
If you like root beer, you like Captain Morgan.
Huh.
Hey, Alex, what'd you say that you had to retract it?
Yeah. He's scared. Scared him. Look.
Come on, buddy. What happened?
Oh, Alex, since Alex is on here, I got to give a shout out to Alex for getting me these stickers. I appreciate it, buddy, and I'll get some sent out to you. I've had kind of a crazy last few weeks, so I haven't gotten anything in the mail to anybody.
Jordan says, how does Stevie get hangovers drinking them little girly drinks?
Well, if you drink enough Boone's Farm, eventually you're probably going to get a hangover.
He gets estrogen. He's got a situation with estrogen. It messes him up. Oh, there it is. Captain Morgan Mountain Dew. That's the guy. The JJD 1913. I think that's old boy that didn't get answered in the last one, I believe.
Troy Larson asked what brand of root beer. I'm a fan of A&W. Okay,
Nailbender Joe says sometimes a great notion. That's the name of the movie, and it was awesome. And did I ever send you anything? Did I ever send you anything back as a thank you, Nailbender? I don't think I did. Jack Daniels and Dr. Pepper's, Bacardi, Oak Hard Rum. Y'all's making me thirsty. I'll tell you one thing. Skidder, Cam's got a sugar hangover.
You guys keep talking about all this whiskey, and I'm over here drinking water.
Skidder, Cab, do you all mix any alcohol with any liquor with your maple syrup up there?
Buddy, come on now.
Yes, I used to have a buddy down here who made moonshine. We used to drink at Richard. We used to drink that moonshine, and they made some. They called it hot damn moonshine. Oh boy, that was good. Mess you up, but it was good. And the apple pie moonshine. And Stevie's actually really good at making apple pie, and he makes this cherry pie that's really good. He brought cherry pie to Bunion, I think, last year, and it was good. I think the whole
also known as Sawgas.
They're the Cuz NGO. That's the guy that was. I have a package going to send out to you tomorrow. Thanks, buddy. We'll be proud to get her. Don't drink water. That is where fish do. Oh yeah. Huh.
I have to drink water. I drink water on work nights. I made that rule for myself when I got my crane certification. Because if God forbid, if something were to happen in that crane, and I would end up in court, just the slightest bit of alcohol in my system's enough for a prosecution. So it's water for me on work nights.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a high-profile job you do. I can guarantee you, your stuff's.
I know from my past experience. I know from my past experience in life working under a hook, there's no way. If there was any question about it, I wouldn't get me a new operator.
MSL Logan, hang on, let me jump in here, guys. MSL Logan asked a good question, and because I've been dealing with this. Right now, down in our way, the ground's soft, but the temperature's getting hot, and the wide tires we run, it really runs your heat gauge up. And where's it at? He asked, buddy, I lost you. He asked anyway of something pertaining to the G3 temperature.
Wade, what's your G3 temperature run?
Wade, what's your G3 temperature run? Now, it's kind of a loaded question. They run cool, very cool. And when you're pulling the guts out of it in this soft ground with them wide tires, I can get them up. Last week, I think I pulled them up in a 90-degree day. I think we pulled them up over 5/8 on your gauge. But Most of the time, what I get into with them radiators on that is a John Deere, they blow out the front. So any diesel fuel leak, any hydraulic leak, anything you got going, and a lot of loggers has this going on too. Down inside your engine compartment, any leak you got, any leak, diesel, and usually diesel fuel, they leak a lot of diesel fuel. They're not good at that. Or a hydraulic leak that pulls through and gets to your radiator. What'll happen is it'll start building up a little bit of film, or your front seal leaking in your motor. It'll start building up a little bit of film, and then your dust comes in and it builds on that. Then oil, dust, oil, dust, oil, dust. Next thing you know, you got it blinded from that side. What I do is I don't have a real good system, but I take on the passenger side of the skidder, I get in there and I pull that screen off on the back side of the fan. And then from the front side, I got like an air mixed, Stevie actually made it for me. It's an air mix. You blow on, you put your air in, and you blow through mineral spirits. And I like mineral spirits because it soaks up and it tries to soak instead of brake cleaner or something like that. Take your mineral spirits and blow in the, open your panel from the front of the skidder, blow back in through your hard nose and soak that sucker up good if you're out in the field. Soak it up good. And then come to the back side when you open it up where you can get around your fan and soak it up good from that side. Let her set for a little bit and then come in with your air, not from the front, come in from the back, because them hard little nuggets get built up on your radiator and you think that it's clean, but it's not. You got to get back in there and look, because all your mess on a John Deere comes from the engine side, not the front side. Anyways. So then you get all the crusties blowed off of it. Then you can start your skidder up, hit the high idle, and then come from the front to blow it, if that answers your question. But anyways, they run cool as a cucumber once you get your radiator perfect, if that helps.
Okay, we had atomizing that mineral spirit, so like that, you could create a situation where you might blow yourself up.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to do it on a hot exhaust manifold or something,
Or with a cigarette in your mouth or something like that.
What happened? Mushroom cloud.
What happened? I always say at the plant, if you see me running, try to keep up, because I'm running for a reason and something bad's about to happen.
All right, MSL logging brings up another thing. Mine's been blowing water out of my radiator if I fill it all the way up. I hate to try to answer that because that's like Pandora's box. Could be a lot of things, bub. Your amount of hours you got, it could be a head gasket, it could be oil cooler. Is there oil floating around your radiator? I mean, there's a bunch of things that could be.
It could be a liner. You could have a liner leaking.
Yeah. You just start doing your due diligence, and figure it out. But main thing when a John Deere, I will say this, when a G3 is clean and you got your radiator clean and all your stuff is right and it's full of water, it's very hard. Now, I'm sure Cotton Top down there where it's hotter than all get out down there, I'm sure they could probably heat one up, but you can't in our longitude north, I'm telling you. You can pull the guts out of them, and they don't have the diesel fuel to make it that hot, when your stuff's right. That helps. Brian said that mushroom cloud would solve the problem. Yes, it would. But you just got to roll on. You just got to take her day by day, buddy.
So Brian asked what my name was. My name's Jimmy. It says James on here.
We had a question about the Bunion. To the top, is there any chance that you could show up at the Bunion?
We're actually talking about it. My wife and I are talking about going out there for it.
Okay.
You'll probably find me somewhere around Logger Wade.
I can't commit to it yet, but we're working on it. We'll see.
That's for Dickered. Now that's a pile of money. Last year he couldn't make it work. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to make it work, but he tried and he couldn't make it. But now that is a pile of money for him to commit to that. I mean, that would be a pile of money. I wouldn't think a guy could commit to something like that. You know what I mean? And like I was talking to the top crane earlier, and I mean, and I don't want to let nobody down. I'm not excited. I love the Bunions because I love meeting all you people, and that's fantastic, and that's great. But I just don't want to let nobody down. I don't want nobody to come out there and then the weather be crappy and not have fun and be like, you know, I worry about stupid stuff like that sometimes. But it was a blast last year. I'll say that. We had an absolute blast last year. It was off the hook.
If I go out there, I won't be setting up a booth or anything. I'll just be walking around talking to people.
I remember Cotton Top come out once. I go, you come out and I just breathe. Just breathe. It's all right. It was a pile of people at one point there Saturday. I'll shut up. Michael Berg. Hey, Michael Berg is thinking about going. I wouldn't want you to have to commit to something like that, but I'm telling you, if you went, I think you'd have a pretty good time, Bubba. But that would be cool to finally meet you. But I'll come up and meet you someday. You don't have to drive all the way down there. But suit yourself. Billy, you thinking about coming? Billy's thinking. Are you thinking about coming to Bunion? You couldn't last year. Oh, here. I got another good question. I know I'm yakking too much. I'm sorry, guys, for hogging all the bidget.
That's okay, buddy.
Logger Mike asked another good question. This is a good one. This is a real good one. And everybody with skidders, listen up. What would cause the hydraulics to run hot on a G3? Okay. This is a good one. Okay. A G3 hydraulic system is a pressure compensating system. It's a closed-centered system. And what that is you got your hydraulic tank, in a nutshell, oil goes to the pump, pump pushes up against, it don't flow through like an open center back to the tank. Your pressure pushes up till it can't push anymore, and it backs up and the pump shuts off. Okay? So your skidder sits there with your system charged. As soon as you bump a function, there's an accumulator in there that bounces up and down against air to give you, so you don't have jet lag when you hit the hydraulic lever. As soon as you bump a function, pump kicks back in gear, starts pumping oil again, in a nutshell. Okay, when every function you have on your blade valve, on your grapple valves and stuff in the back of the machine, all them functions has a check relief cartridge that when you overdo your business there, it'll pop and it'll relieve oil back to the tank, bypass it so it don't get pushed to the cylinder and tear something up. Okay, in reality, in the world of skidders, we blow hoses in dirt. Things go bad because John Deere routes their hoses like this. Here's a John Deere hose schematic. It looks something like this. I don't know how Ponzi does. I don't know how Ponzi does, Michael, but here's how John Deere runs their hoses. So when you do this, you're just adding to the problem. So anyways, we drag our hoses through the dirt and we shove them through the mud and then we plug them in. That's how we change hoses. So what happens is finally you get a speck of dirt stuck in your relief cartridge. So when that pump sits there and pushes that oil up, it squirts past that relief cartridge, and that relief cartridge never seals. So you're just building heat all day long when your skidders are running. Now, sometimes if you notice, you can rev it up and get your cooler. You can blow past your cooler in the front of the skidder and cool your hydraulics back down. But it don't solve a problem. It just solves a symptom of the problem, which is it's building heat. Now, the best way to diagnose that I've found, in the first thing in the morning, open your panels, start your skidder, and don't touch nothing. Just let it sit there and run. Go get your heat gun and walk around the skidder and shine your heat gun, and you'll find that one of the check valves, you'll see it getting hot from the pump coming to the valve bank, and it comes up, and then you'll see heat going back to the tank. and you'll see which valve is actually not seating back. And that cartridge that you're finding there, that'll be where your heat's coming from. But good question. Damn good question.
Wade, I just want to heads you up the laws in here.
Huh?
The laws in the house.
Who's the law? Oh,
your buddy Officer Hoover.
Oh, Officer Hoover's got, oh boy. He know there's something about me that Officer Hoover don't know right now. Or maybe he does. Yours.
Hey, Wade, back to that hydraulic system you were talking about. I've seen a similar system where it was building heat because one of the valves didn't completely come back to center. So it was constantly creating demand on that one circuit.
Which would be more the same when it's squirting, it's building heat.
Same, yeah. So not only could you have a relief issue, you might have a valve that's not completely back to center, maybe hanging up or something's out of adjustment. It's constantly creating demand.
Okay, what's West Coast got going on? Okay, I got a confession to make since Officer Hoover's on here. I've been aiming to call him and tell him or text him one. I got DOT big time this week. Big time. And they called me that every once in a while you get this load that you're like, I don't want anybody to see this load. I just want to get it to the mill and get it off. And it wasn't like it was overloaded. It was underloaded. It was, I had the short trailer and we was trying to move off the job site. And we had an extra log trailer on the site. And we had 3 walnut veneer trees that hadn't been cut up yet because they'd been sitting under the shade. And I said, everybody's running around like crazy trying to close the job out. It's like 7 o'clock at night. I just said, well, somebody mark up that veneer, Big Dave, mark up that veneer tree, and I'll whack it up the din, throw it on the back of that trailer and throw them fuel dikes on there, and then I'll haul them in tomorrow if I can beat the rain. Well, I never chained it down. I wasn't involved with it, but it didn't get chained down hardly at all. It just, the guy chained it down was just like, he's a skidder man. You know what I mean? He just threw a few chains over it. Okay. You know what I mean? So the next morning I come around and I showed up, grabbed a load and started back. And the load wasn't even a load. It was like 3 trees. But the veneer trees you leave long because they're money trees. So here I am with a trailer with 3 normal sized, decent sized trees on it, and the fuel tank's thrown up on top, and some 8-foot logs stacked on the front of it on the nose. So basically there's nothing on this trailer. It's like less than a quarter of a load. And they only throw 3 chains on it. I showed up the next morning and I threw 1 chain across the skidder tank, which it's 6 foot long. So technically it needed 2 chains. But I didn't touch it. I just grabbed the trailer and I said, all right, I'm heading out. I got halfway to the mill and you could tell like they called me red-handed. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm just driving down the road and all of a sudden there's a cop car sitting on the side of the road. I'm driving 56 miles an hour and he reaches up and points me over. And I'm like, what? He pulls me over, and when I get pulled over, I'm over length. I'd had a ribbon tied on my over length log. It was 9 foot out the back. A ribbon, just a little boundary ribbon. A ribbon on that. There was 3 chains from the front to the back of the trailer, and it was a 42-foot log. And was I saved by the headache crack? No, there was this much gap between the butt of that log. See, if that log had been slipped against the headache crack, that'd have made a difference too. So anyways, but I'm sitting there, I don't even think about it. I mean, there's nothing on the trailer. I wouldn't even think about it, It'd be one of them technical situations you could really take somebody to the ringer with, So I ain't even thinking about the, load. So anyhow, we're doing our paperwork and stuff, and he's going to give me a level 1. Officer Hoover, he checked my paperwork was good, but I didn't have my license on me. And I was only going a few, like a 23-mile trip, I think is what it was. I left my dinner bucket back at the mill, so I didn't have my license on me. So he had to go through that mess. And I had the 3 chains on that 42-foot log. So by the time he gets done, he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I was being lazy. He said, of course, he's taking pictures. He's not a DOT officer. He don't know what the the rules and stuff are. So it's taking forever. And I said, well, I'm deficient here. So I started just telling him, all right, this ain't right. This is not legal because I didn't do this right. He said, why didn't you do it right? I said, well, I wasn't expecting to run into you. I just told him I was being lazy. I didn't. But he said, well, you're going to need to go buy an 18-inch flag for the back of it, like a wide load flag. And he said, you're going to need a flag for the back of it. I said, I got a flag right here. And I went and grabbed it out of the truck. And he said, why don't you have the flag on there? I said, well, being lazy, it had a ribbon on it. And I just didn't flag it, Oh, it's good. It was good. I tried to show the old boy my truck when I got done and stuff. He wasn't interested in my truck. He wasn't interested in that old piece of junk. But anyways, but it was good. Got 3 out of service violations. My wife is ready to kill me over it. And that's that. Good times. Safety first, driver. But
Did you ever go find out about that international pickup?
No, I don't have time for that. I was just dreaming. I don't have time for something like that. I'd screw it up because I don't have time to screw with it right now anyways. And when you gotta look at things like this. If I bought that truck, started messing with it, I got a house payment yet. So I mean, everything I do would be borrowed money. Just I can't. With the boys, like they're schooling and stuff. I don't want to do that to everybody around me. You know what I mean? I'd love to. Boy, I'd love to. That's a good one. I promise you. It'd be a good one. And I know the owner, and I'm sure that truck's had every oil change perfect, its whole life. If you see what I mean. But
so is it actually for sale or is it just sitting there?
No, it's just sitting there. I'm sure old boy's ready to move along with it.
Find out what he wants for it. I've got a brother that would probably be interested in it.
Just so everybody knows, Officer Hoover goes, come on and said, I told you to make your loads look pretty. It wasn't pretty. It was ugly. It was an ugly load. And you can tell when he looked at me, he Officer Hoover says, I need your class. It was awful. It was like the one load that you would never want to be caught with is the one. And it, like, you can tell when he pulls me over, I'm like, what? Like, what happened? He's walking up there.
Jason works a lot. Instead, start a GoFundMe for Wade so you can get that truck.
Who do what now?
Jason works a lot. He said someone started GoFundMe for Wade so he can buy that, or so he can get that truck.
That would be a cool rig, I'll tell you. But I can't.
Find out what he wants for it, though. If he wants to sell it, find out if he wants to sell it.
Okay, I'll try to ask him. See, he's a good man. If anybody's going to buy a truck, that'd be the one to buy. Officer Hoover, while you're on here, I get people ask me all the time how the dirty shaker's coming. Have you messed with that any, or has that project started any yet? I get asked all the time. I tell them I don't know yet. I don't know. I ain't keeping up on it. Did I get a trophy? Wayne, yeah, Wayne. Let's ask him. Did I get a trophy for my class participation?
Wade, are you still pulling wrenches on that welder?
I did a One Lonely Farmer. I parked it in the back and it's sitting there waiting.
The old big 40?
Yeah. But I'm going to do it because that, on my, Michael, if you're still on here, I think my, it's a 325. I think it's got the same Kohler motor that your Trailblazer has. And to get 325 amps out of that thing, boy, that poor motor. I'm going to fix up that big 40. I'm going to have to. Because gouge it, it'll do it. But I don't think it should. For long life, you know what I mean?
What engine's in that big 40?
It's a Continental 3-cylinder diesel. I'm trying to
Have you thought about just repowering it instead of rebuilding it?
Well, I think what's wrong with it, I think it's all up high. I don't think I'm not going to do a lot.
You got an injector issue?
There's a guy that had a tractor, got a hold of me, made a lot of sense. He said there's a port between the injector and the valve or something, or between the valves or something like that up in the head. But he'd had his crack and was seeping up in there. And so I was thinking about there's $450 to get you a head. And then water pump, all that mess. I think I still had it under $800 worth of parts to get me up and running with my old injectors, which I think they're fine. They look fine, but I know, you can't tell that stuff probably by looking at it. But I think I was going to do that and just let it go with that. Put it that way. I was going to flip the flywheel. It was messed up. Got to put a starter gear on it or whatever. I've never done that. I'll probably just get a starter and put on it and put it back to work and just use it for gouging. That sounds, you know what I mean?
It'd look pretty cool with a small block Chevy sitting in it and a set of zoomies hanging out the sides.
Agreed.
Okay, what we
And
got?
I guarantee it would gouge them.
Oh yeah. Hey, has anybody seen the new monster truck, Dozer? It's a diesel.
What?
Yeah, it's a diesel monster truck. He's blowing smoke and mud and you name it. And somebody's on here tormenting Officer Hoover. What was he saying? I do Officer Hoover like Joe Glenn. Well, you're responsible for me. You're the one that taught me. You ever seen what was that? What was that movie when that George took it, Lenny out there and had to? I just want to pet the rabbit. Okay, Officer Huber says that the dirty shaker's coming a little slow. Mama's holding the purse string. Yeah, as somebody our age, it'd be hard to do a project like that because we're not financially ready for that. Michael Berg wants to know where I'm going to clean the clock. I'd say somewhere in this room. I might do it to where we can see it on YouTube's every time. But it is getting hung. I got a blogger Wade shrine in this front room with Buckin's axe and Dickered sign and another sign and some other stuff. And what else? There's a wedge that there's a bunch of stuff in here. I don't know. I'm gonna hang it up in here though. It's nice looking. When you gonna cut some timber with me? MSL logging. I don't know, bud. Officer Hoover needs to sweet talk. I tell you, gotta think of when you're our age, guys. I'm sure you guys think of this too. When you're our age and you're gonna buy something that's not necessary, and you have a mortgage payment, well, you are basically doing it with borrowed money. So you're paying interest on the money for that toy, and I can't get, if it wasn't for mommy and the boys, I could do it, but being mommy and the boys, I can't do something like that with them around, When I get older, I'll do something like that probably. Yes, Chad, mommy will give us the okay to put the clock up. I don't mean to do all the yakking. Was wondering where you've been. Elite, is Elite on here? Hey, there he is. How, buddy? Who got back? Elite Earthworks just got back from vacation.
Oh yeah, Elite Earthworks he was not very happy. He was out in the desert. He went to Arizona and to the Grand Canyon. He texted me a couple times and was sending me pictures of the thermometer in his car. It's like 111 degrees or something out there.
Boy, I'd love to see the Grand Canyon someday.
It's a big hole in the ground.
It is pretty cool.
What was that bitch I done there? I think Chuck Norris logged that out with the jack. Okay, Michael Berg says the Big 40 is a good one. That's what I was thinking too. I think we've probably done something silly around there and got it messed up to start with. And I think it's in the head. If I tear down the motor, I'm tearing into a pile of money there, and I just don't want to commit to that.
You can get a small block Chevy for $100 at a salvage yard. You send that thing up here to me, and I'll have her lined out for you.
You're serious about that? Like put stacks out the side?
Oh yeah.
The demo derby stacks on the side.
Set of zoomies.
I don't think a gouger could pull it down enough to where it'd talk to you. I think it'd just sit there and run, wouldn't it?
I'm a fan of putting engines in things where they don't belong. Like probably my craziest engine swap is I put a 402 big block Chevy in the front of the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40.
Billy, you never did say where you might. Are you thinking about Bunion this year? So give big block 350. I wouldn't think you put a big motor on it. Did anybody see the rebuild where the black guy rebuilt that motor and he had it up on a stand and started for the first time? God, that was funny. Has anybody seen that? Where he's revving it up?
Have you seen that ditch witch that they got the supercharged big block Chevy in it?
No.
It's a ditch witch trencher. The ditch witch did it for a promo tool. They take it around to shows and whatnot. Look that up on YouTube and watch some of the videos. They're riding wheelies with that ride-on trencher.
I was gonna say, I bet they geared that chain down.
Oh, and it'll trench too. They dig a trench with it.
Yeah, Nailbender says it's been raining. Yes, it's been raining. No, it's more than normal. The rain's been killing us. Officer Hoover says Project Overtime. That's what you're calling it? Overtime? That is a pretty cool name for that. Ben O'Malley, yes, it's MSL Logan says it's always Stevie. Who asked about what? MSL Logan, you're in are you in Eastern Kentucky or West Virginia? I bet you are. I can tell by the straight truck you got in your. Hey, Dustin. Billy said he might be coming. I wouldn't hold you to it, buddy. He's a entrepreneur now, so I mean, you know how things change. You know, he might have to be busy at that point in time, but okay. Jason Works a Lot says put a 600 street bike motor in a go.
There's some videos of that too.
Of the golf cart?
The golf cart and golf carts and like Yamaha Rhinos and stuff, the side by sides, and they're stuffing crotch rocket engines in them.
God, that'd be crazy. Milkman said, "I apologize for Stevie, but I was ready to kill him that day. Oh, I could have killed him." And he noted too. He changed his tune. He's like, okay, I don't want to piss him off too bad or make him mad too bad. But yeah, I was ready to kill him. Stevie, here's how Stevie plays. He is so good at picking somebody. He's so good at picking your personality. He knows when you're about to pink you over the edge, and he'll walk up behind you and go, blink. You know what I mean? He can always say the wrong thing at the wrong time on purpose.
Wait, Officer Hoover just had a great idea. Hit me up if you ever want me to answer questions for you.
Yes, I need to. If I can get you to do that,
that'd be great.
Yeah, and like, I mean, he's hit me up on a few lowboy things. I always strap lowboy. When I do lowboy, I always strap it down. I get the front end of a motor or feller button or something. When you should tie onto your frame and go down, I always throw it on the implement like an idiot. And he always catches me on that. And there's things like that. It would be nice. I always wanted to do like something like I used to do with Joe Glenn, where like I come in there and I just do it my way, which is totally wrong. And then he can catch me in it and say, all right, this is where it was wrong. And here's what you should have done. You know, it'd be a good way to show everybody, you know, that I like that type of stuff because it gives you back and forth and you can ride each other and stuff and it makes it fun.
Sorry about my dogs barking.
That's all right. Paul says take the welder head to the machine shop for a $450 head when I think it's the head. I don't know. I probably should, but I just wanted to slap a head on it and roll on because I ain't going to take it back apart again. Michael says I used to use a Hobart 600 amp portable run 5/8 inch flat rosin. Wow. A 600 amp. Wow.
That's
What's the
a
big 40? Is
welder.
that, yeah, I was gonna say, is a big 40? It's a 400 amp. I guess that's why they call it a big 40 unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this 325 that's on the truck now, Michael, your Trailblazer's a 250, ain't it? It's the same motor as his 250, and if I'm gouging, I can run a 1/4-inch rod, but whew, that poor motor it ain't gonna last long doing that, I promise you. Because if I catch
Pinned
it
right out.
it could pull it all the way down like as if, you know, I actually pull the rod out and let it build up and then go back at it. That's how bad it's pulling it down. A 325 sounds good on paper, but if it's that little Kohler 2-stroke motor, you're working the dog snot out of it when you're gouging. I'm on back to the 3/16 rods because the 1/4 is just too much. Which I always gouge with that welder out in the bush, you know, but back at the mill, I'm gonna get that big 40 run again because I ain't gonna gouge with it any more than I need to. And
Oh, that's awesome. Officer Hoover's answering questions in here.
Yeah.
It's great.
Officer Hoover's great for that. I wanted to. Officer Hoover, are we doing like a? Is it time for class again this winter? Because we didn't do class last winter, and I'd like to cover some of that. But I don't want to be, you know, I always hate doing that stuff, shoving a camera in somebody's face when they're trying to do something. You know what I mean? But it is cool. He's a good, which that's why I got him in the situation he's in because he's good at, you know, explaining stuff. You know, because he's not like the monotone, you know, Charlie Brown teacher type of thing. You know what I mean?
I got a question for Officer Hoover. Officer Hoover, how many Canadian drivers do you run into? Is Stevie going to Bunion?
Yeah, he says he is. He says he's going. I'll probably have to give him a ride out. Let's Dig acts like he's coming up and going, but I wouldn't want to put him to it. And Cotton Top says he's coming, but I don't want to. Them big guys, they're big, busy guys. I don't want to, you know, tell everybody, hey, they're coming, and if they can't come, you know, and then give them that negative feedback, you know, or nothing. But they act like they're coming.
Is there a campground around there, or is it just all hotels and whatnot?
It's mostly hotels. Last year they had me and Ann rented a cabin, and that was a debacle. There wasn't towels and stuff, and we wasn't used to the RBO stuff, and then I wasn't used to.
I wasn't thinking about dragging my camper out.
I'm sure there's campgrounds close to where we was. I'm sure there is. Yeah, too bad. Yeah, there got to be some tension there. And yeah, ow. But anyways, last year we had a little debacle where I didn't realize there was other campgrounds there, and we had a hot tub in ours. And of course, I was by myself. I'm just sitting out there with not a stitch of clothes on me, I think, in the hot tub, and I'm standing on the porch and peeing out of the hot tub. Next morning, you know, get ready to go to the Bunion and look out. Next morning, it's daylight when we leave, and there's other cabins and their cars parked. Never heard a word out of them. There's fine. Never. Of course, my ego, I just took it like, well, I didn't offend nobody. Here says I'm in Santa Claus for a few days. Sounds like I need to pay you a bit. Who has the money to rent? Yeah, Hoover, we're gonna need help. Oh, the whole time he's looking, I'm sitting in the truck like I ain't worried about nothing. Mechanically, I'm great. You know, I never even thought about that stupid. And he turned around and got me in 3 out of services. Just, you know, just me being cocky, just being complacent, I guess I should say. Yeah, and everybody said, Skidder Kev says, go to the website. I think it tells you where the Bunion. Go to the website. It's in Cambridge, Ohio. Anybody needs to know.
Lee Earthwork said something. I asked Lee if he wanted to go out. Elite's 3 hours south of me. So I asked if he wanted to go out to it. He can just drive up here and then we could road trip.
Well, the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. There's no problems here. Well, guys, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I need to get to getting off here. So
I gotta go
I'm
throw
probably
some
gonna run
steaks
over
on
to
the
my
barbecue.
channel. I'll probably run over to my channel and throw a live stream up for a few minutes and answer a couple questions for people that have commented. So
cool beans. Thanks everybody for participating. This was great. And guys, anytime y'all want me to live stream, just let me know and I'll do one on y'all's. But
yeah, anytime.
this has actually been pretty cool. I think I got a bigger engine than yours. Okay, Michael might have a bigger displacement engine than his. All right, see you guys. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna get off here. Everybody have a good week.
Bye.
Everybody be safe. Go,
Yeah,
Dickered.
I'm going to my channel. Anybody wants to keep chatting, I'll be on my channel starting a live stream right now.
Dickered.
Bye, everybody. What happened? In the meantime and in between time.
Be good, buddy. See y'all. Have a good week.
Have a good one.
Stay safe.